Resolved, physician-assisted suicide should be illegal in the U.S. and we have the evidence to prove it. Imagine living your life in a hospital, no chance of getting better, and suffering through pain every day. This is a life no one should be living. This is why we believe that physician-assisted suicide should be made legal in the U.S. First off, all individuals have a right to say when they want their life to end. Why wouldn't we offer this to the people who thought it was their time instead of them deciding to end their life in an unsafe and harmful way? Secondly, patients with a terminal illness shouldn't have to continue living their life in pain and agony. Many say a life of suffering isn't a life at all. And lastly, many people say the death of a pet is the same pain or worse as losing a loved one, but we still euthanize our pets because of illnesses. If we wouldn't let our pets suffer, then why would we let a human? Some might argue that many people with terminal illness also suffer from mental illnesses or depression, making them unable to make a decision about their life. But this is no excuse to deny them the decision and make them continue suffering. Physician-assisted suicide should be illegal in the U.S. and we have the evidence to prove it. Supporting argument 1. People should have the right to end their suffering when they want to. People with terminal illnesses are not getting the right to kill themselves. A 62-year-old man named Ken began starving himself to death. He had coped with cerebral palsy all his life until a stroke left him immobile, putting him in a nursing home. He couldn't take it anymore. After Dr. Jack Kevorkian refused to help him, Ken decided commit suicide in secret because the home he was in would kick him out if he did not eat. Bills and legal cases are going on in around 20 U.S. states. There are also countries that are debating over the cases: Germany, Britain, Canada, and South Africa. In 2015, a case about a New Zealander dying of brain cancer requested assisted suicide, but the courts refused her request. The government is refusing people's rights and requests.
Argument number 2. Terminally ill patients shouldn't be able to put their end to suffering. People leave their homes and even their states just to end their suffering. A girl named Brittany Maynard was diagnosed with cancer. The pain was too much and her life expectancy was short. Because of this, she moved to Oregon, where physician-assisted suicide was legal. This is where she made the decision to end her life. She stated, "I won't be living, I will be suffering." The idea of physician-assisted suicide is gathering lots of support across the West. Most countries now accept the patient or the patient's relatives go ahead for taking the patient off the life support. It offers a way out for those who long for death and to end their suffering.
We wouldn't let our pets suffer, so why should our loved ones? Most pet owners wouldn't want their pet to be in pain, so they have to put them down. Our story: a woman named Francie Anthony had a 6.5-year-old dog named Chili, whose health was starting to become fatal. Anthony knew it would be soon that she would have to put him down and release him from his suffering. Pet owners know that they shouldn't keep their pets around knowing that they'll be in pain the whole time. I heard her whimpering and she looked like she was in a lot of pain. I knew I had to put her down right away. People empathize with animals, so how come we don't with humans?
Assisted suicide is suicide. If you're not willing to jump off a tower, then you should not be willing to have a doctor kill you. Assisted suicide should remain illegal because it's helping someone kill themselves. Our 3 main reasons is there is medicine to make them comfortable. Second, nurses and doctors don't want to kill their patients. And third, killing a person is a crime. Those are our 3 main reasons why assisted suicide should remain illegal.
There's pain relief medicine to stop a patient from having so much pain when dying. Pain relief medicine can make patients feel a lot better and make dying a lot less scary. You don't have to suffer when dying, and you can be with loved ones for longer. A quote from a doctor in an article in the SIRS database said that, "It has been my pleasure to have treated and cared for more than 16,000 patients with cancer or blood diseases and to provide pain relief and comfort for dying. This quote shows that there are ways to combat the pain and struggle of dying without having to end your own life. Pain relief medicine can help a person be with loved ones longer, and they don't have to end their own life. Also, on top of that, this may seem expensive to have to constantly have medicine for a loved one, but assisted suicide can cost even more. So why would you have to end your own life for more money when you can live longer and be with loved ones for less?
A second argument on assisted suicide is how the doctors and nurses don't want to kill their patients. A quote from the CARES database is, "End-of-life decisions are inherently fraught with the potential for abuse." Table 1. My story is, my Aunt Stephanie had muscular dystrophy, and my Aunt Shauna, Stephanie's sister, got a call from their mom saying that Steph's in the hospital. The next day, the doctor came in and diagnosed Steph with organ failure. 2 weeks later, Steph went to hospice and died peacefully. It was very sad losing my aunt, but I know now she's better in heaven. The nurses and doctors don't want to kill their patients, and the life decisions are inherently fraught with the potential for abuse. That is just saying that doctors don't want to kill their patients. It is not right to have a doctor kill you just because you're terminally ill. Doesn't mean that a doctor needs to kill you. Also, you can do so much in such a little time frame, because this example of assisted suicide should have been made before.
Our last argument is that killing a person is a crime. You're killing people that have a chance to live, and we are taking that away from them. Killing a person is like murder. It's not right to kill someone because it's a crime, and what would the doctor say if they had to do such a thing? For example, Mrs. Lackey's uncle was diagnosed with a brain tumor with 6 months to live, but miraculously, he recovered to it. But the doctors told him he only had 6 months to live, and he won't be able to have children. But that didn't happen, and later he did have a kid and had another 20 years to live. So killing a person is a crime. It has been a law for a long time. So why should we let doctors help patients end their lives even though it's law?
You may have 2 minutes to form your rebuttal.
Should we stop?
I woke up at 6:30 in the morning and I literally was so tired and I was so bad. And the rest of my group was like sleeping. And so I stepped down and that's when the top came. And stepped on top of the song. Like I stepped on top of her head because she was in a blanket. And I started running out the door and it was so bad. Like your mom was sitting right there. Do you see my mom? Your mom talked to my mom. Todd, you know. Do you have none?
Some kids are in overseas and all of them.
That was me. That was our kid. He broke his knee. A girl fell in the lake and started drowning. Really? So she fell, and then this other girl, her friend, jumped in after her, and then they both got stuck in the water because they couldn't get out.
Huh?
And then
Did you stutter?
this other girl ran to go get help. And then some like teenagers like ran and like had to pull her to the ground.
Some kid vomited. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was nasty. I saw that. My mom. Are you crying? Yes, I think my mom said she was
Sort of like that.
My opponent stated that they are ending their lives not because they're in pain, because they are depressed. They are not ending their lives because they want to die. They're ending their lives because they can't deal with the pain and suffering. Erwin said, "I also believe that the law to end their lives the law should be changed so that everyone with some severe medical condition which is causing unbearable symptoms to have an assisted suicide. I would not want to be unnecessarily kept alive against my will. It is obvious that every human wants to live, no matter what their personal circumstance. But each human claws against death until they either don't see it coming or they feel there is no alternative for them. Many people actually have no problem with that. We call it doctor-assisted suicide. The reason is it's okay to kill yourself near the end of your life because it is medically certain that you will be in agony for a short reminder of your existence. They are doing it to end their agonizing and humiliating pain. They want to end their nausea and dementia. If that's the only way they can stop, then they will. So yeah, they aren't trying to commit suicide. They want to end their pain and suffering.
My opponent stated that if you end your dog's own life when he's suffering, then why would you end humans? Humans get different treatment to dogs. Dogs don't always get the same medicine, and humans a lot of times aren't willing to spend the same amount of money as they are as a loved one. So, humans can get medicine and such when a pet can't. A pet, you end their own life because there's no point in having around when they sit around and stuff. But humans, you spend many years with them, you spend time with them, and so you would not want to end their own lives.
We believe that the terminally ill should have the right to end their suffering when they want to. A person can't be forced to live in pain all their lives. So we think that terminally ill patients should be able to put an end to their suffering. We wouldn't let our pets go through the pain that other people do, so why should our loved ones? They're not ending their lives because they want to die. They are deciding to end their lives because they can't deal with the pain and suffering of losing a loved one. If someone wants to die, we think there should be no barriers stopping them from doing it. We feel that it should be a personal choice and not one decided by the government. People who don't support us want terminally ill people to live in pain, agony, and despair. We have shown that people should have the right to end their life whenever they want because some people don't want to live anymore and they can't stand the deaths of other people. Every individual has the right to rest in peace. I would like to end by saying an assisted suicide law would not result in more people dying, but less people suffering.
Assisted suicide should be illegal for many reasons. First, you're killing a person who has a chance to live. Doctors can also use medicine to help people without killing them. And the end, killing a person is a crime. It's better assisting people to live than assisting them to die.